Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. I've been doing this a long time, and I should be able to tell you within 5 minutes exactly what I need to tell you. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I worked for IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades, so that makes me 55 decades old doing this. I started this YouTube channel for 3 reasons. To go ahead and give you insider information as a former IRS agent and teaching instructor, so you know what, at least you're going to hear the truth. I want you to make an informed decision, and I'd like to educate you into the areas that you're really looking into. So anyway, these YouTubes are genuine and authentic, and I try to get across what you need just to go ahead and solve your case. There's a lot of garbage out there in this tax space because there's a lot of money to be made in it, and you find kind of actor types and salespeople types dressed up telling you what the hell that's going on, and I don't know, sometimes you got to take that with a grain. I looked at a lot of that. Anyway, what I want to talk to you today about is the offer and compromise program, and if you get your offer rejected by IRS and you get that rejection letter. As a former IRS agent, I taught the offer and compromise program. I used to accept offers and deny offers, and I taught others at the IRS how to accept and what to look for. So in doing that, if you get an offer rejection, they're going to send you a form back, and they're going to tell you exactly what they didn't like about your offer. They're going to talk about your assets and the values, and maybe they found those values off. And then they're going to look at your income and expenses, and they're going to tell you these are the things they did not agree with, and then they're going to give you the number that they want on that for the settlement. Well, what you have to do is you have to look at their computations, and if they're wrong, you want to go ahead and get an appeal in within 30 days. It's very, very much time sensitive. There's a 30-day stamp on that thing. As soon as you get that denial letter, if you disagree with their findings because their evaluations were high, or they looked at your income and expenses and said your expenses were wrong, it didn't meet your income, file an appeal within 30 days. You can always file another offer and compromise, but you keep extending the statute a year. So if you want to go ahead and you want to get the appeal, just make sure you get it out in 30 days. A lot of people try to do these offers by themselves because they're expensive to do. They're expensive to settle the cases, especially if you go to someone who knows what they're doing, because you're depending on their expertise to go ahead and get your offer through. I don't know, for every 10, 20 cases I get, I only accept one offer because I know what the IRS offer standard is. So I would not go and just file an appeal if you don't know what the hell you're doing. If you don't know about the offer formula, you shouldn't be filing the appeal. You need to go borrow the money or find out if you have a good chance. I know at our firm, I don't even send in an offer unless I don't charge anyone. I've got to look at your financial statement, the 433A or the 433 OIC, to determine whether I want your case. I won't even take your case unless it meets the criteria. The offer and compromise is a very, very specific formula. IRS is going to target your assets, and they're going to go ahead. Hold on a minute. I got to tell someone I'm going to call them later. IRS is really going to look at your income and expenses. If you don't know what the national standard expenses are, don't even bother filing an offer. If you want to learn about that and do it yourself, do that. IRS is going to lock you into the expenses they want you to have based on where you live. Doesn't make any difference what you're spending or whether you're just making out. IRS will dictate that because the Department of Labor has said exactly what IRS needs to allow you. In 4 areas, they're going to dictate to you what you can spend for food and clothing, for your housing and utilities, for your car payment, and to drive the car around. They're going to dictate to you exactly what you can spend. If you're over that, there's a good chance that offer is going to be blown out of the water. So know the formula, learn about it. If you want to go to other people, I'm battling a little bit of the flu bug. Anyway, just make sure before you submit an offer, somebody looks at your work. If someone asks you for money to go ahead and do that, don't pay them. Let someone look at your offer and compromise and let them know whether it's workable or not. If someone's just taking numbers and they're not looking at that offer form, don't give them any money because you're speaking to a salesman who don't know what the hell they're doing. You want to submit the offer form for someone to look at for free and determine whether your offer should go through or not. Remember, if you get the offer rejection, you're going to live to see another day. Just recorrect it, send it back in, have an appeal. It don't cost you anything to do that, but make sure you know what you're doing. It takes a true professional, and I'm being honest, genuine, and sincere. You got to get someone who knows what they're doing, because offers are a really complex beast, much more complicated than you think. It takes anywhere a revenue officer between 15 and 25 hours to work an offer, because they put a significant amount of due diligence in, and they have to be signed off by any other people. Anyway, I love subscriptions. YouTube loves me to have subscriptions, so if you could give me a subscription, I'd appreciate it. You're welcome to leave me a comment. I return most of all my comments. I try to give you an answer. And if you would like me to do a YouTube, let me know. Thank you.